Administration also dealing with the travel headaches at many U.S. airports as the DHS shutdown continues amid a funding fight on Capitol Hill. Lawmakers just couldn't get to a solution, and now they're on a 2-week recess. Stuck in the middle of this, thousands of TSA workers who've now gone more than a month without pay. We know 500 have outright quit. President Trump offering some relief, an executive order giving them back pay. NewsNation's Hannah Brandt live at the White House with more on this. Hannah, will TSA agents be getting their paychecks tomorrow?
Well, Natasha, they certainly hope so. That's the plan, to get some relief on the way for those TSA workers. We were told that they could see those paychecks as soon as tomorrow after. Remember, President Trump signed that executive order to get them that money using the so-called One Big Beautiful Bill. But the larger problem remains the standoff over funding on DHS. A source familiar does tell NewsNation that Senate Majority Leader John Thune is in touch with Democratic Minority Leader Chuck Schumer to try to strike a deal. But House Republicans rejected the previous plan that Senate leaders came up with. Remember Speaker Mike Johnson calling that Senate plan a, quote, joke. And now they're all out on a 2-week recess. White House border czar Tom Homan has been the point person negotiating on behalf of the White House with lawmakers for the last couple of weeks. And now he's urging them to come back to the Capitol to figure out a solution.
We're talking about the Department of Homeland Security, and we're in an increased threat posture right now because what's going on in the world. We just need to get the department funded. They want to talk about, immigration policies. We can talk about that, but why do you got to hold the rest of DHS hostage to do that? Let's sit down and talk.
President Trump, meanwhile, urging Republican senators to end the filibuster. That would allow them to bypass Democrats and end the shutdown if they want to without agreeing to reforms. But Republican Senate leaders have previously ruled that out. Natasha?
And Hannah, what is the latest from the White House on any diplomatic solutions to the war in Iran?
There's some indications that those negotiations are moving forward. Pakistan's foreign minister does say his country is planning to host talks between the U.S. and Iran in Pakistan in the coming days. Now, the U.S. has not confirmed that, and a new Washington Post report finds the Pentagon is actually preparing for weeks of ground operations in Iran. They say that plan is not for a full-scale invasion, but instead would involve targeted raids by special ops forces and infantry troops. Now, it's not exactly clear when President Trump would make a decision about whether to put U.S. boots on the ground. That's obviously controversial and of high interest, and the president has been asked directly several times about that, but says it wouldn't be strategic to publicly share his military plans. But obviously, that's something that's drawing some concern from some here in the U.S. And Iran's parliament speaker did issue a threat in response to the idea of ground troops, saying Iranian forces are waiting for the arrival of American troops on the ground to set them on fire and punish their regional partners forever. So a really stern warning coming from Iran. We have reached out to both the White House and the Pentagon for comment on that report, and they haven't gotten back to us. But I will note, Natasha, we're expecting the president to arrive back here at the White House any moment. So we'll be waiting to see if he makes any remarks on the operation.
Yeah, appreciate you bringing those to us as soon as they happen. Hannah Brandt live at the White House tonight. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.